Hey, I'm Brian from BMA Comics Con, and today we're going to take a look at Daredevil number 1, No Fear, Part 1. In previous Daredevil comics, Matt Murdock was nearly killed, and his takeaway from nearly dying on the operating table was to live his life without Daredevil. But the same strength that made him excel during his physical therapy helped him decide he can't give up. No matter what, Daredevil has to be there to serve justice to the bad guy. It's been a week since Matt has been back on his feet and out in the streets. He's not back to 100, but he wants to make his presence known. Despite vigilantism being illegal and special orders to arrest vigilantes on sight, Daredevil runs around the city in sight, hoping everyone knows about his return. Well, not everyone gets the message, as there are a couple of guys robbing a store, so Daredevil swoops in to stop them. This would normally be an easy fight for Daredevil, but as I said, he's not fully recovered. The fight makes a turn for the worse once Daredevil realizes there's a third perpetrator. As they trade blows, Daredevil's sloppiness doesn't end with not being able to quickly put these guys down, but the store the guys were robbing actually catches fire, and now the police are on their way. Daredevil struggles to end the fight in time and get away, but somehow he does just in the nick of time. This isn't the only fumble Daredevil had. Earlier, when stopping Pistol Pat Albano, Daredevil got the attention of a new detective from Chicago, who isn't familiar with the New York ways and insists on stopping the vigilante for his crimes. But of course, since this is Daredevil, it wouldn't be right if his problems ended there. Lastly, we find out that the fight with the 3 burglars, one of them died from the trauma. How will Daredevil justify going on with a murder charge? How much of a threat is this new Detective North? Will Daredevil go after Mayor Fisk? These are the questions I have for the next issue. Make sure to subscribe to follow my reviews on Daredevil. To me, Daredevil is one of the most important characters of the Marvel Universe, and I'm glad to see he's back. Now, I think it was very quick of them to do this. In December, we get the Death of Daredevil. Then in January, he's recovering. And now in February, he gets an all-new title? I mean, come on, why call it the Death of Daredevil? But let me stick to my thoughts on this issue in particular, and you can let me know in the comments how you feel about the Death of Daredevil. So back to this issue. It's a new number 1 and we have a whole new creative team on this. They did us a favor of not redoing Daredevil's origin, but we still get to see some of its adolescence. I like the opportunity to explore what happened to make Matt Murdock Daredevil. I think this team works well together because this is a good book. But let's break it down by each piece. Chip Zdarsky is now writing Daredevil. He was recently doing street-level Marvel with Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man, and just as he wowed us with that, he switched to Daredevil mindset here. He captured Daredevil perfectly. It started with the hookup, which Daredevil's known for being able to get with the ladies. Then, he touched on Daredevil's self-sacrifice for his need to be Daredevil. And lastly, one of Daredevil's most defining qualities, tragedy and trouble. Daredevil accidentally killed a man in this issue, all because he wasn't willing to wait till he was fully recovered. This may be premature to say, but based on this first issue, I think Chip Zdarsky will be a good replacement for Charles Soule on Daredevil. One of the things they got right in this is it's a dark book. Daredevil isn't a happy, sunshine character, and I like that things in this book were kept dark without losing detail, because that's the thing that you get sometimes with dark comics, like there's no detail in the panels. Also, most of these pages have a red undertone, and that was one of the upsides of Charles Soule's run. You can see the way that they showed Daredevil's sonar vision, and it's okay to me. It looks good, but it's not wow. I really don't know what I would do to make it better, which is why I don't get mad at the Affleck movie for their attempt. Before Matt lost his vision, he had this priest molding him into the man that would become Daredevil. I was shocked when I saw this. The priest told this kid his only crime was getting caught. He completely told this kid to do the right thing, just don't get caught if you have to break the law. That was a jaw-dropping moment for me. But like I said, I like to see how Matt Murdock became Daredevil, and it's moments like this. I like that this is a callback to Frank Miller's black-suited Daredevil from when he first started. I'm a fan of Frank Miller's. I've been working on a video for Frank Miller's run on Daredevil, so it was nice to see this here. I'm gonna need to reevaluate my rating scale. I really want to give this a 10 out of 10. It was great, practically perfect. But a perfect comic to me should leave you feeling or questioning something, and this comic didn't. Once I finished reading it, I was done. I was excited for the next issue, but it didn't make an impression on me. But maybe I'm being too hard on it. It is after all a first issue and not the end of a story. So yeah, as far as first issues go, I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10. I think it hit its mark. I want more. There you have it, my review on Daredevil #1. Please let me know your thoughts on this comic and video in the comments below. If you like reviews of your favorite comic books, make sure to hit the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching. Until next time, Brian out.